All right. So finishing off week 4, right? Our last thing that we have to do is our trial balance. So, right? The last thing that we did here was we entered in our last transaction and we put a bar there to let us know that we're done with these transactions here. Okay? And that we're preparing for our trial balance. So once again, all you really need for in completing the trial balance is just your ledger account and your financial forms, okay? Everything else you don't need, okay? Because everything else it should be fine, okay? However, if you do find a mistake in your journal or your ledger or when your trial balance does not pan out, then that's where you can adjust your journal entries there, okay? So, if you guys remember from last class that when we did our trial balance for week 3, I taught you something pretty cool and pretty interesting, right? Is that instead of having to type in all of these accounts, because you're going to notice some of these accounts are going to be repeated, right? So what you can do is I'm going to go ahead and delete trial balance number 4 because it's empty right now, right? And get a message, come on, delete. And it says, are you sure you want to delete? Yes. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your trial balance number 3, and I'm going to right click it, and I'm going to say move or make a copy. You're going to click down below to create a copy, and I'm going to put it right here where my adjusted trial balance is, unadjusted trial balance, and I'm going to click OK. So what you're going to notice is it's going to make an exact copy of your trial balance from week 3. Okay, so here the formulas are intact. All the numbers are transferred over, including every single thing, right? It's an exact replica of of that worksheet. All I'm going to do here is I'm just going to make a few adjustments here, such as rename my title, right? Because this isn't trial balance 3 anymore. It's trial balance number 4. I'm also going to adjust this right here because we're no longer on the 21st. We are actually on the 28th. Okay? And what I'm going to do here now is, because the formulas are all intact, so if I change something here, it's going to automatically change down here. And what you notice is I've also ran my little formula down here to be able to easily assess if I have a debit or a credit or which one I am missing in. Okay, in this case, I am panned out at 0. That means there's no difference between the debits and the credits. Okay, so that means this number is going to be very important once we reach the end of our trial balance. Okay, so so now we can go ahead and get started because we are on trial balance number 4. Okay, starting from the very, very beginning, which is going to be our assets. So one by one, we're going to go through every single account and enter in our numbers. So first thing that we have here is our checking account. All right, for 6,681,954. Okay. Again, another safety measure for this too is to also cell referencing is obviously going to be the best, but the only problem with cell referencing is that if you are cell referencing from 2 different workbooks, it is very crucial that you do keep it in the same folder, because if you move the folder or something changes in between, your worksheets can be compromised as well. So that would be the best bet instead of typing up everything that we're doing here, because you're most likely to put a typo in here. But again, given the circumstances of what you guys have, whatever best makes sense to you, then go ahead and do. So in this case, I put it side by side saying, okay, well, it is 681954 for my checking account. Okay. Next account I have here is my petty cash, okay, for $500, which is correct. My cash and register is still $310, okay. My accounts receivable, let's see, accounts receivable has definitely increased. It has increased to $2,560.42. Okay. And look, so every time I enter in something in here, right, you're going to notice that because I have my formula intact, now I'm at 85,419.35. And what you're going to notice is that now I'm over by $5,722.08. So in this case, right, by transferring and copying the worksheet over, I'm basically writing it over and adding in my adjusted account balances. And that's going to keep me in check as well. And I always have a reference point because I made an exact copy of this one. So this one, I know for sure that in trial balance number 3, I matched. So that means the next time if I do have a discrepancy, it's between the 22nd all the way to 28. So again, trial balance number 4. Okay, so we just finished our accounts receivable. Let's see what's next. Okay, we haven't done the allowance for doubtful accounts yet. Okay. All right, business supplies. So here we have medium coffee cups. So let's see, medium coffee cups. Did we change the amount here? Yes, we did. It is now $270.62. Okay. Our large cups. Did we change the amounts there? Yes, we did. It is now $400. $405.95. Okay. Our sugar and creamer has definitely changed. It's no longer $21.60. It is now $64.80. And our coffee creamers for sure has also increased. It's no longer $48.99. It is $538.89. Okay. Our office supplies, okay, is still $150. And this is why it makes it so much more easier to just copy the worksheet over, because now when you have accounts that already exist with the exact same number, you don't need to go and fix it. It's already there. It's already calculated at $150. So I can go ahead and skip over that because right, it's already there. Okay. Next account here is inventory, which is going to be regular coffee. My regular coffee account is now $91.49. My Supreme coffee is now $189. My bistro tables and chairs, okay, because furniture, there's nothing there. My bistro tables and chairs is still at $6605.08. So this is where things like furniture, I can just go ahead and skip over, right? I just have to just double check that it is confirmed that those numbers are accurate. My counter is still $1193.22. Okay. My desk set is still $658.37. And my display shelves are still $577.08. Okay. And here, let's see what else I have. I have office equipment. My computer is still at $1834.84. My printer is still at $378.87. And my cash register is still $649.49. Okay. So now we got equipment. Now my coffee brewer, here's a little adjustment that I made because I received a discount. So, therefore, my total balance is not 4,527 anymore. It is now $4,505.29. Okay? And of course, my coffee grinder also was adjusted as well to 45.57. Okay? My truck still is at 32,208.90. Okay? Next is going to be prepaid accounts. Prepaid accounts is 6,654.17. Okay? Deposits are still 1,700. Goodwill is still 2,100, and miscellaneous expense, of course, there's nothing there. So again, if you notice this, again, that just saved us 5 minutes typing all those numbers in again with the same exact numbers that appeared last trial balance. So in this case, again, I zoomed through that pretty quickly. Okay. Next section is going to be liabilities. Right, liabilities. We got quite a few liabilities that we've placed in here. Okay, so starting with the first one is going to be accounts payable. My accounts payable is currently at $36.96.21. Okay, liabilities 36. Okay, so 36.96.21. 369621. Okay. My Visa payable is now 161526. 161526. My notes payable is still $649.49. So this is where we're going to start entering in all of our accounts because now we dabbed into payroll. So we have a bunch of payroll liabilities that we have to add in here. And our first one's going to be our employee FITW. Okay? So that means if I want to put one above, right, we're going to click on sales tax payable, and I'm going to go ahead and insert, and that's going to create a new row above, right? I need to click on the number right here, 33, right, and insert, right? Now, of course, I know that I have FITW, I have OASDI, I have Medicare, I have FICA, I have FUTA, I have SUTA, and I have workers' compensation. Right? Now, by inserting in here in between, right, the formula is going to now include these cells as well. Okay? So that means if I enter any number here, it's going to also be calculated down below into my equal sum because I've inserted rows in between my formula. Okay? So in this case, first thing I have is FITW. So again, you can use shortcuts for this. I'll allow it because as long as you know what they are, it's fine. FITW was for 4016. Okay. Then we have our OASDI and HI. So Social Security and Medicare, OASDI, HI. OASDI was for $33.73. HI was $7.89. Okay. Then we have company. It says, okay, employee HI. Then we have company FICA, FUTA, SUTA, and workers' comp. So I guess you can type all those in there if you'd like. So FICA, FUTA, SUTA, workers, comp. Okay. FICA was 41.62. Okay. FUTA was 32.64. SUTA is 16.32. 16.32. And then workers' compensation was $7.40. Okay. Let's see what's next. Utilities. We don't have any utilities yet. We have unearned revenue, which account balance is 0, so we don't need to add that in there. And then now we have sales tax. So sales tax payable. Sales tax is now 1636.59. So sales tax payable is 1636.59. Okay. Truck loan, right, is next on my list. Let me see. Interest payable, none yet. Loans, business loan. Here you go. Truck loan is still at 22. Is still at 29,221.90. Okay. Then we're gonna now go to our equity accounts. Equity is still the same at 30,000. Okay. However, what the one thing that changed was my owner's withdrawal, which is now increased to 3,000. Okay. So then now I'm done with that. And now time to go through our revenues. Starting from the top, sales for regular coffee by the pound. Okay. Is at a grand total of 111.1202. Okay. Our Supreme coffee, 1157.10. Ceramic coffee mugs is at 1543.30. 1543.30. Okay. Sales medium regular coffee is at 4276.51. 4276.51. 4276.51. Okay. Sales for our large regular coffee is 5262.40. Okay. Then we have our sales for the medium Supreme coffee for 54.38.16. 54.38.16. $54.38.16. And then our large Supreme is 60.55.15. Oh, whoop, I think it's 15. My bad. 55. 60, 55. Oops. 60, 55, 15. Sales returns and allowances still at 1996. Okay. Our sales discount is now at 1879.59. 1879.59. Our delivery income is now at $240. Okay. And that is it for revenues. So next is going to be our cost of goods sold. Okay. Cost of goods sold for the regular coffee. Okay. It's now at $11.28.26. Our cost of goods sold for our Supreme coffee is going to be $11.94.50. Okay. And then cost of goods sold for ceramic coffee mugs is not there. Then we have one of our adjustments is cost of materials. So we will be actually calculating how much coffee cups that we used, as well as sugar and creamer. Okay. Last section here is going to be our expenses. So going through all of our expenses, starting from the very beginning, is advertising expense for $185. Okay. No bank fees yet. Business expense for $1,000. Okay. Freight expense is now $500. Okay. Next one is insurance expense. Okay, for $195.83. Next is interest expense, which we don't have yet. Next is labor expense, so subcontractors as $18.90. Temporary labor is at $252. Okay, license and permit expense for $375. Loss on disposal of assets $2,000. Okay, office supplies expense, we don't have any yet. Payroll expense, so we need to add this in here. Payroll expense, we have 3 things in here. Okay, we have a salaries and wages expense. We have commissions expense, and we have payroll tax expense. Okay, starting with the first one. Okay, so after loss on disposal of asset and then office supplies expense, our first one here is salaries and wages expense for $544. Okay, commissions expense $140.18. And then last but not least, we have our payroll tax expense for $97.98. Okay. Purchase expense has increased to now to be $1,092.20. Okay. Purchase returns and allowances is still at, has changed. Purchase returns and allowances is now $22.24. $22.24. Okay. Then we have purchase discounts, none there, and rent expense. Rent expense for $1,500. We don't have any travel expense, utilities expense, bad debt, depreciation, or amortization. So, did we pan out? Let me see, 92,106, 92,106.09. So in this case, we matched 100%. Our total debits match our total credits at 92,106.09. Right? We panned out even on both sides. And that's how we complete the trial balance. And we can go ahead and move forward to the next section. Okay? Any questions so far?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. So